We have learned that the RCMP has now recorded over 1,000 cases of murdered or missing Aboriginal women in Canada. Let's take a sample, a Canadian sample, to understand the scope of the problem. The Ottawa area has about 1 million inhabitants. Imagine, Mr. Speaker, if 1,000 women had been murdered or were missing in Ottawa, do you think that we'd have to beg for an inquiry? When will there be an inquiry on the 1,000 Aboriginal women who have been murdered or have disappeared? The Honourable Minister for Public Safety. Mr. Speaker, if the Leader of the Opposition really wants to make a difference, I would invite him to support the Conservative budget for 2014 because it sets aside an amount of $25 million for a strategy to look into the matter of murdered or missing Aboriginal women. So instead of talking, let the Leader act and support our budget.
Mr. Speaker, over 1,000 women, 1,000 Aboriginal women missing and murdered. Yet the Minister doesn't seem to appreciate this staggering number. The status quo is not working. As a Member of Parliament, as a Canadian, as a grandmother, as a friend, as an aunt, I ask once again, will the government shed light on this tragedy by publicly releasing the RCMP report and by calling for a national inquiry?
Well, Mr. Speaker, as a father, I'm very proud to have supported more than 30 measures to keep our streets safer, including tougher sentencing for murder, sexual assault and kidnapping. And Mr. Speaker, I will stand in this House and support the $25 million strategy for Aboriginal and missing murdered women. $25 million. Why is the member not doing the right thing and supporting the budget 2014?
Mr. Speaker, it's about 1,000 missing and murdered Indigenous women in this country. And this crisis has gone on for far too long. Now we learn that the Native Women's Association of Canada, who raised critical national awareness through Sisters in Spirit, is also waiting for answers. They're waiting to see if their violence prevention funding will go through. Mr. Speaker, families want closure. They want justice. They want to be heard, and they want action from this government. When will this federal government call a national inquiry into missing and murdered Indigenous women?